Welcome to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. I'm Peter Gross, co-host of the original Wild Kingdom with Marlin Perkins and Jim Fowler. In the early days of filming wildlife, as you'll see tonight, researchers had to capture animals in order to observe and learn from them. But that's no longer the case today. Modern technology such as drones and satellite tracking offer new ways to study animals in their natural habitat with less intrusion from human touch. Wild Kingdom set the gold standard for nature programming and introduced generations of young people to the wonders of the natural world. Fortunately, the successful research that began with our original series helped many animals make a comeback from the threat of extinction. And that's good news for the Wild Kingdom. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom right here on RFD-TV.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom is presented by Mutual of Omaha, people you can count on.
Welcome to Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Over the years, many conservation programs have been undertaken all over the world. And one of the most successful is now taking place here in the Natal province of South Africa. It's a project designed to protect one of Africa's best-known animals, the rhino. Actually, there are two kinds of African rhinos, and one of them, the black rhino, is still relatively plentiful in some areas. But the white rhino, a huge animal second only to the elephant in size, has been overhunted nearly to the point of extinction. To protect the white rhino, the Natal Parks Board has undertaken a capture and relocation project, and they invited me to take part. Accompanying me was Roger Burkle, Assistant Curator of Mammals at the St. Louis Zoo.
The white rhino is a fascinating animal, and I was eager to observe it in the wild. In spite of its name, it's actually a dark gray color. White comes from the Dutch word wijd, which means wide, and refers to the wide, flat mouth of the rhino. Much different than the tapering lip of the black rhino.
The project was being carried out in the Immobilization Game Reserve here in the hill country of Natal. We flew to the park's interior to take part in Operation Rhino. From the air, we have an excellent view of the reserve. Stretching below us now is the Immobilization River. On the right, just ahead, a white rhino, a large one. Capturing an animal this size is our objective today, and we're nearing our rendezvous with the captured team in the park interior. Ahead of us now are the bomas, or corrals, where captured rhinos are kept for observation and care. All of the rhinos captured in this project are brought to this compound for a short stay before being relocated. Their condition is checked carefully here to help assure that only strong, healthy animals will be shipped to new areas. Some of the pens are already occupied with animals captured earlier in this project, and we hope to add another white rhino soon. We'll land several miles from the compound near the park's main road. We haven't seen any rhinos since the river, but Roger has sighted some other park wildlife in the open country ahead. Giraffe running from the sound of our helicopter. We've reached our rendezvous. There's one of the rangers from the capture team waiting below. The helicopter will provide much more than transportation today. It will play a major role in our capture attempt, working with a chase car in a combined air and land operation. While the helicopter flies on to be refueled, we'll have a chance to see some of the reserve's wildlife as we head back to the Boma compound with Ranger Chris Freeman. Chris has taken part in many rhino captures, and he'll be part of the operation today. The rest of the team is waiting for us back at the Boma, where final preparations for the capture attempt should be almost complete. Umfolozi is like a modern-day Eden, and this road is one of the few marks of man here in the reserve. Chris has spotted some animals not far from the road. A small pride of lions, females with their young cubs. I don't see any large males, and that's not surprising. A lioness with young often avoids the big males who may attack the cubs. But these youngsters seem safe and healthy, and the only danger is getting mixed up in someone else's fight. Here in the reserve, there are many predators, and they help maintain a natural population control on some of the herd animals that live in this protected sanctuary. We're approaching the Umfolozi River, and the Boma compound is just beyond. Off to our left, there's a small group of water bucks, escaping the day's heat in the cool Umfolozi. They've seen us, but they have no real fear of man, with hunting strictly prohibited here. They're handsome animals, and this park is an ideal place to observe them. But it's time now to prepare for our rhino capture. We want to begin while there's still plenty of daylight left. The Boma compound is not far from the river. This relocation project has been underway for several weeks, and a number of rhino have already been brought back here. Roger is eager to see how they adapt to their temporary captivity.
I'll observe the animals here at the Boma before rejoining Marlin for the capture attempt. Waiting to show me the routine at this compound is John Forrest, Senior Ranger of the Umfolozi Game Reserve. One of his responsibilities is to supervise the care of the captured rhinos after they arrive here at these holding pens. Several of the animals are ready for relocation, including these young males. John's work here will help assure that if we capture a rhino today, it will be in excellent condition when it is relocated. Here's one of John's star boarders, 14 months old. It has a simple diet of fresh milk, and as he drinks, you can clearly see the wide, flat lip that is characteristic of these animals. He's thirsty today, so after his milk, he gets a drink of water. John has kept rhinos of all ages here in these bomas, and like this youngster, they all seem to adapt well to their brief captivity. The full-grown adult animals are kept in much larger and stronger pens, and this catwalk makes observation easy. It passes directly over the pen enclosures. There's only one mature male here in the Boma now, and he'll be shipped soon. Our appearance on the catwalk has caught the rhino's attention, but he doesn't seem disturbed. They're actually very peaceful animals, and that's good considering their size. When this rhino attains its full growth, John estimates that he'll approach 15 feet in length and weigh almost 4 tons. Capturing such a large animal will be a real challenge. It's time now to try the capture system developed by the Rangers here at Umfolozi.
Capturing an animal as large and strong as a white rhino was really a challenge. But the system developed at Umfolozi was designed to reduce the danger to both man and animal. We're almost ready to begin. The capture team has assembled, and only one job remains to be done. Capture Officer Alan Hurd prepares the special immobilizing drug that is the key to this system. He actually prepares a blend of 3 drugs developed by the Rangers here at Umfolozi, especially for the rhino capture. It has proven very successful. The drugs combine to temporarily block the rhino's muscular control and blur its vision so we can approach it safely. Alan has completed the mixing and will be underway as soon as he measures out the proper dose for an animal the size we're after. The drug is placed in a hollow aluminum dart, which on impact acts as a syringe. With the drug loaded, Alan attaches the heavy gauge hypodermic needle that forms the point. Now, when the dart is shot into the rhino, it will inject the drug almost instantaneously. The last dart has been filled with the drug mixture, and Alan adds it to the others he's prepared. We may need more than one try to dart the running rhino. Alan will direct the ground operation. He and Roger will ride in the chase car, and it will be their job to follow the rhino after it has been darted, keeping it in sight until the drug does its job. Darting the rhino will be done from the air, and we'll stay in contact with the chase car by radio. The dart gun is loaded, and it will be up to Ken Roshot, head of this capture team, to hit the running rhino from the hovering helicopter. It will be a difficult shot, requiring perfect teamwork with our pilot, Hans Holly, who must position the helicopter to give Ken the best target. Everyone's on board, and it's time to take off. Our first job is to locate a white rhino, and the helicopter is ideal for this. We can cover a great deal of ground and see for miles in all directions. No sign of rhino, but we've startled 2 zebras below. There's what we're looking for on the open ground ahead, a large white rhino. This may be a difficult shot. He's moving into an area where trees may block our aim. We'll have to wait till he's in the clear. Now we're in perfect position. The dart is in. Our job now is to keep the rhino in view from a distance till the drug has taken effect. Ken radios our estimated position and direction of travel back to the chase car. We'll continue this radio contact until Alan's team is in sight of the rhino itself. He's still some distance away, and the idea now is to search for the helicopter above the treetops. Once the car has us in view, they'll be able to locate the rhino.
The problem now is trying to pick the most direct route while you dodge trees in your way. It's important that we sight the Rhino as soon as possible, because if these trees block the helicopter's view, it will be up to us to follow the animal. We've come much closer now, and the helicopter should be in sight very soon. There, directly ahead. Now that we have the helicopter in view, it can lead us to the darted Rhino.
Once the drug took full effect, the white rhino would be completely immobilized. Until that happened, our main job was to keep the darted animal in sight.
The ride's getting a little rough. We're moving into some heavy brush. Even though we haven't seen the Rhino yet, if we just follow the helicopter, it should lead us right to the darted animal. There's our Rhino. He's been startled by our appearance. The drug hasn't slowed him much yet, and all we can do now is stay with him and keep him in sight. With his great size, this animal has amazing speed and agility. But he seems to be slowing down. It looks like the drug is beginning to do its work. He's really feeling the drug now. He's having difficulty just staying on his feet. It's only a matter of time. So far, the capture system has worked exactly as planned. The Rhino should soon be immobilized. The helicopter team that darted it has kept it in sight all the way. And now Alan calls the transport truck to bring in the capture crate that will carry the Rhino back to the boma. The Rhino can no longer run, and the helicopter can safely approach for a landing. The drug causes the Rhino no pain or discomfort. It simply blocks the control of his muscles. But even though this animal is quickly losing his coordination, he seems determined to remain standing. The helicopter can set down very near to the Rhino now that there's no danger of a sudden charge. He's lost almost all muscular control, but he still refuses to fall. It's unlikely that the Rhino can see us, even though we're quite near. His eyesight is poor to begin with, and one of the drugs injected causes his vision to blur. The huge animal is almost totally helpless now. The drug should take complete effect very soon. All we can do is stay close and wait. He's down, and he won't be able to get up now. Even though he remains fully conscious and alert, he can't move. The transport truck will move into position with its specially built crate, designed to safely hold this huge animal once the drug's effect is ended. Before the Rhino is loaded into the crate, several important steps are taken to help assure that the animal begins life on its new range healthy and strong. Alan is measuring a large dose of antibiotic, which will help prevent any infection as a result of the darting. The dart's drugs may tend to make the rhino's eyes drier than normal, and so this ointment is used to keep the eyes moist and to protect them from any dust that may get into them. The ointment's in, and now Alan will give the injection of antibiotic. The injection is completed, and now we'll remove the dart from the animal. The tip of the dart is barbed to hold it in place, and its removal causes a small wound. So after it is pulled out, an antiseptic is applied to promote rapid healing. The rhino will remain immobilized until an antidote is administered to counteract the drug.
The capture is almost complete. A heavy rope goes around the rhino's head, and in the wobbly moments when he first stands up, he'll be pulled quickly into the crate. When the antidote is given, it will not affect the drug blurring his vision, so he won't really see the crate before he's inside. Alan motions the truck to move in, and soon it will be carrying the rhino safely back to the bomas. It's been a beautifully coordinated capture, as another white rhino is prepared for relocation in Operation Rhino. The white rhino we captured was transported to the boma. After a short period of observation, the rhino was taken far from Umfolozi and released in an area where these animals once lived. In this way, the white rhino's range is slowly being extended and its survival assured. The white rhino and other endangered animals may owe their future existence to the enlightened efforts of the Natal Parks Board and other organizations throughout the world working to preserve the heritage that is ours in the Wild Kingdom.
Mutual of Omaha, people you can count on, has presented Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Mutual of Omaha, helping people find Medicare solutions for over 50 years. To learn more about plan options or how to protect your kingdom, contact us today.
Mutual of Omaha. Protect your kingdom.